HasanAbi corporate. I don't even know what that is. Nikki Haley is in the eyes of the population of voters, she's not an Indian woman. She is a white woman. So where was I? What else? Okay, so he's bringing back failed characters from previous seasons.
Corey. Where is Corey Lewandowski? Corey, where is Corey? Where is he? Well, there he is. Always likes to be a little bit in the background. So fucked up. Thank you, Corey. Great job. He's doing a great job. Corey.
The mic is not even off. He was being quiet when he was talking about Corey Lewandowski and how upset he got.
It really fucking upsets me.
He got upset about Corey Lewandowski being with Nikki Haley.
Hope Hicks.
Or, I mean, not Nikki Haley, Hope Hicks, sorry.
You know, that was my favorite Michael Wolff thing. He claimed that Trump fucked Nikki Haley.
Wait, he did?
Yeah, he did. That was like one of the big controversies with his book.
Why did anybody... Oh, God.
And it's like... It's not that Nikki Haley's like ugly or anything. She's not. It's just that like Trump would never like... He would never like fuck a 50-year-old woman. You know what I mean?
I don't think
like,
Trump fucks.
Like, we're so
right. Except, well, like all his sexual engagement is just like, it's a thing for him to tell other men.
Yeah.
It's like solely so he can impress other men. And to that end, he would not fuck like a 50-year-old woman, even if she was like attractive.
Yeah, because he can't get any bragging rights out of that.
Yeah, if his only utility is like how it impresses other men, then like, yeah, why would he do that?
Trump era scandal books: Aso Pirelli, Avenatti, Woodward, Wolf, etc. I mean, everybody knew that these guys were charlatans from the jump. It was just that like liberal media has this incredible power of just completely avoiding any and all controversy or ridiculous things that they're saying. In an effort to weaponize them against Trump, I guess. It literally doesn't matter. Trump asked his fans in New Hampshire, this is important, if he should do the Fox News debate.
We're so far above everybody else in the polls. They're all saying, is he going to go into the debate? And I say, I don't know. If you're leading by 50 and 60 and 70 points, do you do that or not? I don't know. Should I? Okay, you ready? Poll. We take a free poll. Should I do the debate?
Oh, they all said yes. See, even though they want to glaze them and be like, no, they're still fucking, they're just like me. They're so content brains. They're like, come on, please, sir, do it. I want more than anything to watch the trial. I want it to be televised. It'd be so good.
I really hope that's the case. There's another thing, though, that I just thought of for the debate. What if, like, okay, here's the best thing Trump has going for him, right? That for, like, a bunch of voters, he can go out there and go, like, remember the Trump economy, referring to, like, you know, like, let's say 30-month period with, you know, low inflation, high growth, et cetera, et cetera. That works on a lot of people, but you get diminishing returns by people seeing Trump. His personal numbers are, like, horrible. He is an albatross around the neck of the party. I think that the midterms, it was more a reflection of, you know, Dobbs and backfiring culture war upping the ante, but also him. He's, you know, more times than not, he's dragged his party down, you know?
Yeah, that's why they wanted to replace him.
But, like, maybe the strategy on his side is, like, to show him as little as possible. To, you know, soft glide him to the nomination and have him out. Sort of do what Biden did in 2020.
Ooh.
What if that's the strategy?
That could be it, but I feel because he's already clapping in the primaries. He doesn't really even need to be that public. And he already has an automatic publicity from every indictment. Whenever there's another indictment, every Republican has to come out and be like, yeah, this is really crazy. We have to defend Donald Trump. It's like, bro, you're running against him. Like, what the fuck? You're showing... You have no backbone. Like, why?
Well, I mean, there's just no lane in that party for being like, yeah, he did break the law. Fuck him.
Yeah.
Like, there's no lane. Nothing.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome. They're completely cooked.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll do something else. You know, see, some people say yes, but they hate to say it because it doesn't make sense to do it if you're leading by so much, but they like it for entertainment value because they're selfish. They're selfish.
I mean, he's right.
We're so far.
He's right, and he should still do it, I think. I know, but like, I think part of the reason why Trump kind of fell out of favor was twofold. One, because he was really just adamant about the election being stolen from him, and it was like, I think he went overboard with, he has a really good way of usually tying back his own personal grievances to like a broader conversation about like liberal elite perverts that have like wronged him, but just like they've wronged you in West Virginia, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he's normally so good about getting some fucking coal miner family who basically lives in the same house with like internet getting cut off once every 2 weeks to get mad about Graydon Carter.
Right. He can take those people, get them mad about like, you know, whatever issue, and the result is there's enough support to pass like, you know, basically a Reaganomics bill.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly.
Whereas the election being stolen from him, I think got to a point where it was like he was just like too repetitive.
Yeah.
That it wasn't good content.
And not just too repetitive. I mean, there are two things. One, doing that, unfortunately, makes you look like a fucking loser. Even in the case of like 2000, absolutely 100,000% stolen election.
Yeah.
Undebatable. Unfortunately, even though that's the case, it kind of looked like a fucking loser in 2000 if you're like, hey, they stole it. Like, that's, unfortunately, I think one of the reasons that maybe Democrats didn't fight that hard as they should have. The other thing is that the individual things that he's pursued with, you know, his interpretation of election fraud have hurt, like, normally when Republicans have, like, made election fraud or voter fraud, like, an issue, right, there's a coherent strategy they have that's meant to, like, suppress votes that typically go against them, right? With him, it's just this scattershot thing of, like, whatever he sees, and it's so disorganized that it ends up suppressing their own vote. Because he's basically just telling, like, the base and his supporters and people who normally vote for Republicans, hey, they're not going to count your vote. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, don't mail-in vote, they'll throw it away. And, you know, there are other factors, bigger factors that contribute.
Or even, the mail-in, like, being so expressly anti-mail-in ballot is so stupid because it's the only reason why Trump got more votes than any other Republican in the history of the party. It's because of mail-in ballots. Like, that's it. Making it easier for everyone to vote was overall, I guess it yielded some benefits for the Republicans as well. And instead of, like, reconfiguring that structure, they're still so caught up in, like, ensuring that, like, going back to that old election strategy of making sure that as little amount of people vote as possible will always be favorable to them as far as electoral outcomes.
That's no longer the case.
Yeah.
That is a huge, that is, I think, the most underrated development that I've only seen a few people talk about. And the only guys who has talked about it at length, you know, to the point that this subject deserves, and germanium, that now, like, turnout, like, low turnout does not necessarily benefit Republicans. That's fucking massive. That kind of changes everything. And I'm really excited for this one. Excited, horrified, bored, etc. Everything you can feel. Because I really don't fucking know. It's like, it's almost like both guys are trying to throw Bidenomics. Why would you do that?
I think they're relying on I think they're relying on inflation totally slowing down by the time the election comes around so that they can be like, look, we did it actually. But the reality is, regardless of what happens in the economy, consumers recognizing that is still always going to be kind of vibes based. And also big ticket items are not, they're like things that are not in the consideration when you normally think about consumer goods are still profoundly expensive and impossible to combat. and the externalities from that, like, are highly visible. Homelessness, for example, as a direct problem caused by the housing market.
Yes.
So if you don't tackle that at all, then people are still not going to, they're just not going to see the economy in the way that you want them to see it. No matter how many fucking Harvard graduates write for the New York Times about how wonderful things are, actually, regardless of how you feel about it.
Right. Even if, like, even if, like, things are in the exact condition they want them in a year from now, it's not like people are going to forget that they experienced, negative wage growth for this time. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
It's a huge fucking
Plus,
thing.
it always takes a couple years for people to, like, start recognizing economic changes due to policy. That's the other issue. And then last but not least, no matter what happens, I think, people are still, even when the economy's healthy, it's not like people aren't struggling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, if there are people overlook a lot of things that Trump was capable in a way that a conventional politician would be. Because people always wanted to make him, the exception that proves the rule, et cetera, et cetera. He is this abrogation of the system. But, there are a bunch of conventional things he did and conventional things he was good at. One of them was tying himself to a low inflation, high growth economy, making that weakly tied to him in the minds of infrequent voters and people who vote in presidential elections. He didn't do it enough for second term, but it's one of his talents that he retains to this day.
also, even there was a New York Times poll that was really interesting where they asked people how they felt about the economy during COVID under the Trump administration, and they felt more positive about the economy then than they do right now, when demonstrably the economy is doing better now.
Because that was the first time in most people's lives where they actually received the actual assistance of a government safety net when they needed it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it happened under Trump, you can complain, you can say, oh, things aren't as bad as people feel. Oh, well, look at this day. Look, you can say that all you want. That doesn't change what happened. Reality. What people feel, what people remember, what people experienced.
Yeah. I don't think that we go anywhere with people feeling positively about the economy unless we do something about the housing market. And I think that the notion that only building luxury high-rise condominiums, there was a New Yorker article that just came out recently where it was well, technically at least rent growth is slowing when there's new development. So why are people upset that they correctly point out that new development still leads to increasing rent?
Right.
It's well, you just said it in the article. It does. It still leads to increasing rent. Just because rent growth slows down when there's new development doesn't change that rent growth is still a constant. And in the eyes of a lot of people, they still see rent going up.
And it has the same problem that the other biggest immiserating factor unique to the housing thing isn't as unique to the American economy as the other thing, healthcare, right?
Yeah.
Healthcare is the way that healthcare immiserates specifically and impoverishes in America is very unique to us. Housing, not so much. We see that in a lot of other places. But you have the same problem with both, which is even if you do exactly what should be done, even if, let's say we get exactly what, let's say what I want with healthcare. Let's say we fucking nationalize it, right? Not just Medicare for all. We nationalize it. We nationalize everything. You still, unfortunately, a lot of the times, when you build entire sectors of the economy that are based off, just graft and unregulated profiteering, you have to pay the piper when you end up popping that balloon. Someone's going to get fucked. It's going to hurt in some way or the other, unfortunately.
Yeah. Healthcare executives, or even like people working in healthcare companies, are going to be harmed by this, because not everyone's going to have a job under a nationalized healthcare structure.
Right. I mean, like the healthcare executives, like, look, whatever happens to them, who gives who fucking cares?
We're talking about
but like
accountants and shit.
Right. Someone who's their only route into like semi-precarious middle classness was like, medical billing. Okay, well, for some people, there will be a need for like a bureaucracy in an American super NHS, right? But it's, there's still going to be some people who just, they're not going to be able to go over. And with housing, this problem where
the backbone,
what we're doing is untenable.
The backbone of American politics is like individual homeowners that see their only mechanism of wealth generation to be their property value steadily increasing.
Yes,
and they are going to see a tangible negative effect from their housing prices decreasing, and that will that will harm their mortgage opportunities. That will make them feel like they're paying so much more for this product that is no longer as valuable. There's also a bunch of small mom and pop landlords that own like 1 to 9 properties, I think, which make up like the majority of like home ownership in this country. Those guys hold down local politics like a militia. They are infinitely more powerful than the 3%ers as far as like political momentum and strong arming local politics goes. And I don't know how to deal with that at all.
Yeah.
The problem is not that billionaires will be slightly less billionaire. No, you're missing the point. In the United States of America, there are 18 million millionaires. 18 million. A lot of those people have millions of dollars as a consequence of real estate. Okay? Like pretty much every single person, when you think about their net worth, that has more than $1 million usually has a home that places into their net worth. That's their major asset, right? And
going back a little bit, even if okay, let's say like again, everything, let's say I get exactly what I want again. And like with the healthcare thing, okay, like yes, there would be a need for tons of jobs, tons of people would be able to, transfer their jobs from, working from fucking Oscar to working for the American super NHS. But there would still be some pain because, this was one of the only growth sectors of the American economy. There would still be, you still have to pay the piper. With this, and overall, things would be way fucking better. Don't get me wrong. Same thing with housing. Even if overall things are way fucking better, if people feel like if a middle-class person feels like their family is poorer because like, oh, well, like my kids can't get my house, it will be worth like 30 times as much as it is now, when they're my age. If they feel like that's taken away from them and they feel like they're doing worse, well, then, yeah, you've got another problem. Got a whole set of other issues, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's no solution to this in a democratic process. Like it has to be relatively authoritarian. That is just the reality.
And it's the awful thing about like the uniquely immiserating factors of the American economy is that they are set up in such a way that massive changes to them to change the exact things that make them so wrong and fucked up will cause you're going to have to pay the piper in the short and medium term just because of how things have been set up, fortunately.
Yeah.
And all we can say is if you're an officer, a mid-level officer in the military right now, start reading the Hugo Chavez or Gaddafi biography. Just joking. Joking.
You're still going along with the charismatic military guy who gets captivated.
It's the only fucking thing I can think of. right? That's the only thing. That is the only thing. I'm kidding. If you are a mid-level officer in the military right now, put down that copy of your Dodge
David Goggins
Hellcat fucking manual, user manual, whatever they call it. Put it down. Pick up the Gaddafi biography. Okay, have you read it? You've read the Green Book. Put it down. Put down the Green Book. Buy the Resident Evil 4 remake. Have fun. I'm not suggesting anything else. Let's keep doing American democracy forever.
Yeah. We would never.
Yes.
There's no way to achieve this with democratic process, but it would take more effort to educate the public and fight disinformation. I mean, it doesn't matter because like the awesome power that look, California, the state that we currently reside in, is a perfect example of this. $80 billion budget surplus, billions of dollars of funds generated specifically through numerous ballot measures that are democratically voted on, that are infinitely more popular than any fucking California congressperson, that directly are there to address the problem of homelessness, okay? Every fucking year, Californians go out, every 2 years, every 4 years, we go out and we vote for yet another additional tax that will directly fund some anti-homelessness initiative. And I don't mean like, put homeless people in camps and kill them, like Project Home Key, Project Room Key. These are all different various initiatives to combat homelessness. And it's not a consequence of a lack of funds for this problem, is what I'm trying to say. It's a consequence of every single one of these initiatives stop dead in its tracks when they're actually trying to start the process. And Gavin Newsom certainly is not the charismatic leader that is interested in putting his foot down and being like, no, I want to be president one day, so I am going to say fuck you. No, we are utilizing these hotels. Like, fuck you, eminent domain, bitch, suck my dick. He's not that guy. He didn't get to the point that he got to. He didn't sling that much dick for no reason. You know what I mean?
Who in the fucking world is going to watch the Newsom DeSantis?
I don't
even think I'm going to watch it.
I will watch it. We will watch it.
I guess I will.
We will be there.
If not for professional reasons, I would not watch it.
That's one of those.
Christ.
That's one of those debates that like every dude with like every dude that's like sock them.
Yeah. Anyone with an EU flag who's never left America.
Yeah. Sock them. Loyalist to Slava Ukraine. I'm a urbanist. Blah blah blah. Like all of those accounts, some of which are in here right now, are going to go crazy over it. They're going to go nutty with it.
Yeah. And I get it if I were them, because it's like, I don't think it's going to be a blowout either way, but I favor Newsom and DeSantis just because of DeSantis, Charlie Crist, and Andrew fucking Gillum, on a Molly come down. They both almost made him cry.
Yeah. No,
what is gruesome Gavin al-Assad?
No, I don't know. No, he's gonna be like, your wife looks hot. Guess what? I fucked her in the bathroom. It will be real.
Yeah, no.
For Gavin Newsom, it will be real.
DeSantis is about to have a third child with a uniquely DNC glint in his eye.
He's gonna come out of the womb woke, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna be doing land acknowledgments at the fucking at the delivery room.
He's going to have the Jon Snow of Florida.
Yeah.
Casey DeSantis is who was Ned Stark's sister? Whatever her fucking name was.
I don't remember.
Yeah, whatever. Casey DeSantis or Gavin Newsom is a Targaryen. Look at his silver hair.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Lyanna Stark. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm Ron DeSantis and I'm cancer wife guy, and that's like the only thing that is like literally the one tangible thing that like the media is pointing to about the best thing about me. I am not putting my wife anywhere near in the same zip code as the most notorious adulterer who does it as an Olympic sport. It's like Ariana Grande, Gavin Newsom, okay? Yeah. Serial cheaters. Watch out.
No one's touching gruesome Gavin.
Yeah.
He's the fucking best at it.
He was so good at it that when the Larry Elder, like Gavin Newsom recall thing was coming out, there was quite literally attack ads about Gavin Newsom with that fucking old guy who was like, Gavin Newsom looks like the type of guy who would steal your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
But at one thing, he'll never fucking be president. Fucking weird for the rest of the country. But I don't know. He'll be something.
He's too much like a Patrick Bateman type. Like he doesn't have the riz or the like down to earth nature of a Big Gretch even, or JB Pritzker. You know what I mean?
In like, I don't know, liberal Ender's Game where California like breaks away. Okay, he could be. I could see him being like the Maria Theresa California Republic maybe.
Oh yeah, no, he
for life.
Yeah,
but president, no, that's less likely. Far less likely.
He does look like he is the president in like a shitty movie. Yeah, he has a look for it.
He's like, no, he is the president, not even in a movie, like in a Ghost Recon game. Like not even in like a A-tier Tom Clancy game franchise. He's an Ubisoft human being. Yeah,
he's like too presidential looking to actually be president.
He's going to be in a fucking Assassin's Creed game. He's president. He's probably already in one. There's probably one where, like, the one that's coming out, he probably addresses the player.
Yeah.
Like,
what is this? How can you be tough on China when they're literally paying you a lot of money? What is this?
Crooked Joe, he's more interested in where's the money coming from. To him, he's interested to him. How about all these things with the 30 corporations and the this and the that, the money flowing in?
Dude, he's not even trying here. What the fuck? Come on, dude. Come on, put some oomph in it. That's crazy. He's like, with the this and the that and the yada yada. You get my fucking point. Oh, Jesus. Trump promised to restore his ban on transgender troops and suggests that generals off the record would deride transgender troops to him. Trump, every time you get indicted, I like to check the polls.
But he did. And then I had to get him through Gillum. Remember Gillum? He turned out to be a pothead, crackhead. But everybody thought he was the hottest one.
Wasn't he? It was meth, right?
It was meth and Molly, yeah.
Yeah, but he's black, so that's why I think he's saying crack. He like, but not even to be racist because he is racist. So in his mind, he's like, he's a black guy. He probably did crack. He can't remember.
Yeah, it's just like saying that Gillum was like the hottest prospect at one point.
But
no one thought that.
No, but like the Democratic Party was actually like. You know how they have some guys in the pocket?
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, we're gonna groom these guys to be like the next Obama. It was obviously a miscalculation on their front, regardless. But
that wasn't Gillum, though.
You don't think so?
No, he was not supposed to win that. That it was like a historical accident that he won that. It was sort of just a consequence of how fucked up and junky the Florida Democratic Party was. Their preordained candidate did not win. They wanted Bill Nelson's daughter party, but they basically split the center vote.
I could have sworn I've seen like articles that they were like propping him up as like the next Obama because he's black.
After he won the nomination, probably because they were like, well, shit, we gotta work with this. But it was like. He was not their first choice.
Carrie Lake, who campaigned in Ohio for this week for Amendment 1, says the election tonight was rigged. Yeah. Very suspicious that the most unpopular policy was defeated once again in yet another referendum. So much so that like Republicans what's shocking about this is like, I guess this was their last Hail Mary, like their last second Hail Mary to like, inevitably try to stop a ballot measure that would definitely galvanize the base, get people out to go and vote. That would also protect abortion. But like even then, didn't they learn from what was it? Is Kansas, right?
Yeah,
and Kentucky too.
Well, with Kansas, there has historically been more vibrant pro-choice than people remember or realize. I think with Ohio, maybe they thought it would be different. Maybe they thought like
it's the northern Florida.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm more interested. I
might have. She might have gotten stuck under my wheel or something.
But Yeah, like, I'm not surprised by the result of the Ohio thing. I am interested. I'm more interested, like, Carrie Lake. I like her as a case study because it sort of shows, like, how unsustainable the Trump practice of, like, you know, if you lose, you didn't lose, and you just stick around forever and go, I'm the real governor, I'm the real senator. It shows, like, how he's, like, the only one who can do it. Because, like, when...
But even then, it hurts him, I think.
It still hurts him, but he's still, like, able to do it, and he's still able to cruise to the nomination. But with her, it's, like, not only is she probably never going to be, like, nominee for anything in that state again, she's just, like, dragging everyone down with her. She's just, like, dragging the rest of the party down with her. Yeah, it just...
more importantly than anything else, I'm a firm believer that they're being annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody likes a smarmy zealot. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what the fucking issue is. If you're this adamant about it, it could be something super positive. Okay, you could be this combative about like giving every American $1,000 right now, and people after like the 11th hour would still go, "Okay, dude, shut the fuck up. I don't care. I don't even want the $1,000. I just want you to shut the fuck up." Like, that's it. These guys are like, their zealotry, I think, like, betrays the cause that they're trying to push for, even though the cause is, like, stupid in general, too.
Yeah. No, it's the exact same thing that you see with, like, anti-wokeism, right?
Yes, exactly.
It's the exact same thing. People like Republicans made this calculation that Americans were having, like, a unique reaction to what they termed as, like, wokeism or CRT or, you know, fucking whatever, right?
Yeah.
That was it was specific to what they were seeing, and not means in which they were seeing it. And now they're realizing, and it's not like the sole reason for the flop in the 2022 midterms, but I think a non-insignificant reason is that their anti-wokeism, people find it as obnoxious as like the worst
SJWs.
Yeah, the worst celebrity excesses of like 2014 or 17 or 20.
Yeah, 100%. Like, people freaking out about like manspreading. Like, they're how is this any different than like BuzzFeed writing the 11th article about, like, I don't know, the cultural appropriation of eating a sushirito? Should you feel morally conflicted?
Yeah, and of you know, very internety American social semi-movements, I guess we'll call them. This one seems to be the most invested in getting people fired, which, you know, I never really trust issue polls or hyper-specific polls, but it's one of those things that I not bet is very popular with people. When people see that. People see a ton of people get fired consequent to your thing.
Even if it's not happening all that frequently, it doesn't matter because they make a big fuss about it, and it's all people talk about. And then ultimately people are like, well, this is happening all over the place. That's the funniest part. It was like, I think, a byproduct of podcasters, because I've talked about this quite a bit, where like cancel culture becoming this phenomena is really frustrating because nobody really fucking gets canceled. It's not like a real thing, right? People get very frustrated when I say this, but like, I've been canceled more times than fucking Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? If you ask Twitter.
I think it sort of like depends on who you are, though, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean,
yeah, you can only be canceled by your own side. Like, you can't really be actually canceled by like the rest of the population that never watched you.
I mean, even then, it like depends, right? I think like for me or you, like, you know, people can get really mad at us, but ultimately, like, on not even that long of a timeline, we're always going to be fine because, like, always going to be, like, a significant, like, core audience. But, like, I don't know. Okay, like, you know the story with Isabel Fall?
No, who's that?
It's a whole long thing, and I'll, like, fuck it up if I try to recap it too tightly. But it was a trans woman wrote a short story that, like, people took a very, very ungenerous, cynical interpretation of and fucked her life up. And it is an example of someone, unfortunately, being canceled for, like, yeah, something that like not like read in the most cynical, ungenerous terms possible. But you know, that's not someone who has like same like core, you know, base of support that like, you know, I might have, you know.
Here's what I was trying to say. Cancel culture is, I think, in my opinion, one way that podcasters can like try to identify with the average person, because the average person has a understandable fear of being canceled, not by the woke mob, but by their fucking jobs. Like, yeah, you can lose your job for any given reason. Right. So that is an understandable and very real fear that you can have, you know, in these right to work states, right? Like that's real. Like real people get fucking actually canceled all the goddamn time. Go to Jiffy Lube and try to pull off the shit that you would pull off on Twitter, and you're done. You're gone. You're immediately fucking fired, right? But like Joe Rogan is not getting fired. You know what I mean? Joe Rogan is never getting fired. Like that's crazy. So I think part of it was like people like Joe Rogan would take this on and like greatly emphasize how scary and how terrifying this was, when in fact it was never going to impact them at all, and it was never going to impact most people in positions of power in a real way.
Unambiguously for it, they're against it if you show, like, you know, show them the right thing that pushes the right buttons for them, right? You know what I mean? Like everyone, almost everyone. There are a few people out there who are principled, I will say, but everyone, to some extent, there's something that will push their cancel button, you know? Yeah. I want it done to somebody.
Well, also the other side of it is like everybody does it, especially right-wingers do it all the fucking time. Like, and yet they were able to, until recently, they were able to have such a stranglehold on the conversation that the narrative was so perfectly designed around the left is the only people that do this, while they simultaneously did it to people nonstop and have never stopped doing it. It's the same. It's a similar structure to like the free speech conversation, like you were saying, when Ron DeSantis is like combating wokeism and like taking anti-CRT initiatives, which in some respects could quite literally be declared an assault on free speech, or anti-BDS laws, right, as a matter of fact. Like that is a direct violation of the First Amendment. Who, you know, rest in peace, shouts out to Dianne Feinstein. Even Dianne Feinstein recognized when she had mental clarity.
Anti-BDS laws are identitarian, racialized, anti-free speech laws.
Yeah.
And yet
never get talked about that. I know, way. And no one sees it from that framework, because it's only SJWs that do it.
Right.
And it's like, no, you're doing it. You're always doing it. You haven't stopped doing it. Like they talk about liberals want censorship. They want book burnings. And then they actually, you know, will legitimately censor books in libraries, like in fucking Florida again. Even Charlie, Moist Critical, made a video about it where like there was a manga, a Battle Royale manga. I forget what it is. Like, I don't know, BattleBot High School or some shit. I forget what the name of it is, but it was, you know, what was the name of the manga chat? Oh, Assassination Classroom. They banned it, which is like, what? That's insane.
Exactly. Everyone's
a liberal,
but especially the people who like they make it their sole thing that they're against us. They have a ton of buttons that you can press where, you know, they'll do the exact same thing they were inveighing against.
Yeah,
very, very few principled people out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean it's silly. Okay,
I'm one of them. I'm one of the only people you can ever.
I'm
trust.
not. I am. Well, my only principle is that I'm openly hypocritical about cancel culture and also freedom of speech restrictions. It's me and only me. I vibe check you. I'll know it when I see it, when it's valid, and I'm the final arbiter. That's how I see it.
No, I'm kidding about being the most morally upright person with this.
Wasn't even.
Maybe power is the truest test. Maybe I say all these things. Maybe both of us say all these things. But if given the opportunity, instead of creating the American Super NHS, maybe I think about an issue that like I specifically care about, like a very specific thing. And I'm like, you know what? No more white rappers. And that's the only thing.
As you would landslide. Actually, no.
No,
God,
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's not a popular issue at all.
Yeah, I wonder, has it ever been polled?
Brother,
I don't know.
There's no shot. Eminem is still the highest
he would be
grossing.
excluded. I would say, like, if you're like, you can be a white rapper if you grew up like Eminem, but if you're like if you grew up like me, you can't. How about that?
Okay, you excluded like almost all white rappers now.
Yeah, I guess so.
I
guess I did.
Grandfather laws for white rappers. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. If I was in power, I wouldn't do. I would do that like towards like the last period of my rule. Like when you know you're about to be out of power and you don't give a fuck. Well, like like the final Mugabe years.
Yeah,
like the equivalent of that.
That's funny.
Tom McDonald's Canadian, so I couldn't even like do anything.
No. He's exiled.
Canada.
No, he's
that's right.
Yeah, he's exiled to
Trudeau
fucking
regime.
Yeah. We send his ass back to Canada where he belongs. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here. I would say that about most conservative Canadian commentators, and like if you don't like it, leave. You know, fuck it. Like, why are you here? Don't try to make America more awful.
The worst is like when it's like David Frum, where he was that, but now like he just like doesn't know what he is, and it's like, well, I know one thing: you are not American, you're Canadian.
Yeah,
go back there.
Yeah, go back to Canada. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah,
leave, David.
Canada is not bringing their best. Actually, well,
some good Canadians.
No, 100%. I always say there's no mid Canadians. There's either really cool Canadians or really awful ones. Like nothing in between. And like the awful ones are like really awful though. Did you see this?
Phil Hartman was Canadian.
Did you watch the XUC Ethan Klein debate?
I did not, but I
saw
this.
You tweeted about this.
I tweeted about XQC. I made a joke in defense of him.
Also, I'm gonna run the top of the eye break right now, but continue.
So I did see that he was flexing on Ethan with his. Is that an AP?
Yeah,
that watch.
Yeah, he said, "I know it kills you inside. You lost so much time and money in that lawsuit." He said, "Which one? I don't know. Whichever, really. You seem so bitter after it." He said, "I'm fine." Let me tell you something. As someone who knows both XG and Ethan loves lawsuits. He fucking loves it. I don't know why. It's a weird quality. I would not expect that from like a normal human being. He welcomes them. It's weird. And then he goes, anyways, when the bills kick in and you're struggling, remind yourself you leak DMs out of insecurity, and then the final fucking, the flex.
See, that's what I didn't get about the flex.
Ice on my wrist, dude.
It's like, okay, like
I got your whole house on my wrist.
Very impressive. He makes a shit ton of money, absolutely. But it's like, I see Ethan is, I don't know the guy, but he's like a very polarizing figure, right?
Yeah.
But I have never, ever seen anyone, even his detractors, be like, oh, he's broke. You know what I mean? Like, that's not one of the things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's like had an incredible, like,
first of all, very successful.
He was one of the top content creators on YouTube's heyday when like YouTubers were quietly making like 50 mil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like PewDiePie, the PewDiePie generation, like pre-adpocalypse, YouTubers were just like bringing in like 30 million, the top YouTubers, and just, it wasn't even a big deal, right?
Yeah, it was a license to print money.
Yeah, and then Adpocalypse happened, and he still was able to have a massive audience. So, like, I don't think anybody... I've never heard someone be like, you're fucking broke.
It's the only time I've ever heard that about Ethan. And it's like,
he called him bald, too, which is the other thing that
he's not bald.
He is, like, so not bald.
He's, like... I will give him this. It's like, I've never heard those things said about him.
Yeah.
I don't, like, were they cool at one point? I've never met either. I don't know either. But like, were they close at any point?
Get your bands up and you ran for the timeline for backup. I mean, that's, again, he got, like, Korn is saying he got cooked because they're trying to ride for XQC, and I think XQC is trying to farm the Twitter timeline of like, yeah, we're fucking Sigma grind setters, which I wanted to also talk to you about. Brad Trammell has been covering it a lot. Have you seen the hustle culture?
I've enjoyed those.
Wait, what the fuck? I didn't even see that.
Man, that shit was so... He did like a fake trad account. He didn't actually make the account, but like for like millennial culture. That was great. But I have seen a lot of the hustle stuff.
So you were saying he did a millennial traditionalist? I didn't even see that.
It's really fucking good.
I don't need a new microphone. I need a new cord, and I'm
next
gonna
time
fix
I'll bring one of my XLR cables.
No, I literally have like a ton in a box here somewhere. I just haven't been able to fix it. It's unacceptable, chat. You're not even being an audio weirdo. Millennial traditionalist. I skipped that. I didn't even see that.
I was transfixed by it. Okay. Center, second row. Right
this
there.
one?
Yeah.
Reject
everything in that post.
There's no TOs in it, right?
I don't think so.
The millennial traditionalist, reject modernity, embrace your... Oh, and he's doing the return.
Yeah. This is so fucking
I love that.
This is so fucking good.
This is
Every slide is better.
This is what they took from us. Wait, this is kind of like
it's good.
It's kind of like this new account that I started watching, which was like MCN. What is it like? Yeah, this is ironic, chat. Oh god, I gotta describe jokes to chat always.
Well, they didn't even live through this. But these people, like, they're like, I was born in 2013. Like, who are these guys?
Yeah.
this one's
the history of a country is the history of his great men. Northwest MCN Wholesale does a lot of memes like that about like mall culture. You know what I mean? A dying tradition of like desperately vying for a time when you can just go to the mall. Opened my phone and the first thing I saw was the Kevin guy, the asshole guy.
Did he contact you?
No.
Okay, good.
No. This is what Austin sent me. The world.
It's so fucking good. The book one, there's a book one that's like really...
Reclaim Your Birthright. I don't even know what this is. And I was alive for all of this. These were my formative years. What have Zoomer conservatives conserved? What have Zoomer progressives progressed? A society grows strong when old... Okay. I use that all the time. No shame in victory.
That's my favorite slide right there.
I read old books because I would rather learn from those who built civilization than those who tore it down.
Everything like Brad always like does really great shit on IG. It's like one of the only, I think the only person who like consistently like just really makes me laugh out loud. But like millennial traditionalist really fucking got me. I really like the hustle culture stuff. I mean, he's been like covering that a lot, like nonstop. And I feel like it speaks to, it's just like, I absolutely despise all of that shit that I see on the timeline nonstop on TikTok, the whole aspect of it, especially because there's one of my favorites here. I'll just show you this video. I always go back to this because I think it's the greatest video ever crafted.
Rich in this day and age.
This one. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this
AM to noon, and I'm not crazy. You're crazy for thinking it takes 24
I have
hours,
seen this
just
one,
like some dude in a cave did 300 years ago. My second day starts at noon and goes till 6 p.m. That's day 2. And then the next day is 6 p.m. to midnight. What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week. Stack that up over a month, I'm going to kick your butt. Stack it up over a year, you're toast. Stack it up over 5 years, my entire life is different than it would have been otherwise.
Dude, his life is different, dude. What do you mean? He's living, he has warped space-time continuum. He does not experience time in the way that you mere mortals experience it. That's why he looks like a fucking Ninja Turtle.
I think 10 years ago, I saw the precursor to all this.
Tim Ferriss?
No. Not before Tim Ferriss. I think it was something I was not meant to see. It was the sizzle reel for like a reality TV show that never got bought. But it was like this type of guy before we knew what it was. I think it's still on YouTube though.
What is it called? Do you have any idea?
The Collective. Go to YouTube and type in The Collective Sizzle. Yeah, first one, yeah. This is
a group of former and current professional fighters bond as they live the good life in Los Angeles.
12 years ago, 2011. This is where it started, as far as I think.
Okay, this is some shit Michael would show me. Like, I feel like this is like...
I'm proud of it because it's like one of the only things like this that I found outside of Michael.
This is... There's people in the show say, I was 5 years old. I was 6.
Fuck off.
I know.
Our brotherhood, our friends.
What? They can't even talk. Dude, I love that. I love centering an entire show around people who you can't understand without subtitles.
He's not like a star of it. You'll see like the stars of the Collective will become apparent to you.
Okay.
It's our way of life.
We are on our way to owning this town.
We're doing this together, make no mistake.
I tried to find...
We're serious as a fucking heart attack.
All right.
The Collective, all for one for all, strength, honor.
We
okay,
fight
I gotta
hard.
pee while this plays. I'll be back in a second. You can pause
We
and
play hard.
commentate on it.
Oh,
they play hard.
We live
Yeah,
hard.
I've seen this a billion times.
And we
I
one up
can
each
walk
other
chat through
every
this.
chance we get.
But okay.
Maybe, just maybe.
Punch machines go up to $9.99. Most professional fighters hit $9.99. I'm not saying I would do it, but like that guy's fucking huge. He only hit $822. I always thought I've seen this video probably 300 fucking times. I always thought that was weird.
You can't judge this book by its cover.
The Modest Mouse thing is
Tonight
hysterical.
we're partying for Dirty D's birthday. It's supposed to be a wild event. We have an amazing guest list.
They look like they live in a restaurant.
Yes, sir. It's Dirty D's birthday. We got a lot to do. It
Looks
should be
like
a
a
4-to-1
restaurant
ratio
in
of women
Silver
here
Lake.
tonight. You know, bedroom gangster got to get his swag on.
Yo, man. What's up, boss man? This list is looking good tonight.
We are what everyone.
That is Maverick. He's very important. He's a very important member of the Collective. As you notice, a huge portion of his sleeve tattoo is just black ink. Maverick is one of the members of the Collective who's a former kickboxer and fighter and delivered the greatest excuse for a loss I have ever seen in combat sports. And I've seen every excuse. He blamed a loss in a fight in Japan. He said he was in perfect condition. His weight cut was going great. But then on the flight, a stewardess was flirting with him and let the beverage cart hit him in the knee and it tore his ACL. That is my Maverick lore. But he's a very important member of the Collective. He's, I would say, one of the 3 most important members in my eyes and the eyes of the rest of the Collective.
Woman fantasizes about, but wouldn't dare open her mouth to admit.
We gotta light them up and start knocking them down.
No matter what we're doing, we always manage to have fun.
There's never a dull moment with the Collective.
What is the fucking motorboat, man?
I ain't fucking idea
That's a motorboat.
Everywhere we go, we're always the center of attention.
Pimp, nigga, gone, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, gone, brush your shoulders off. Niggas is crazy.
Because of the fun and craziness, we decided to document everything.
So many great times with this crew. And a lot of crazy drunken fucking brawls.
Not taking my face, right? Come on, my brother. Come on, my brother.
I just was short-tempered today, which happens from time to time.
Devin, he'll break his foot off in your ass.
You guys, I'd like to make a toast.
I don't drink. I'm a square. I don't drink. I don't smoke, but I'm a gangster.
Will you lead us in this toast, please?
It's all good because I don't drink. You know, I get a tutti frutti. I would like to say I'm very grateful to be here with my brothers.
Whenever we're together, we're an unstoppable force.
If you have any questions about the Collective and their lore, ask me. I know everything.
We've had each other's backs for
Did
years.
that work?
Through the bad times and the good.
So many women, so many movie parts. You think
Too
there'd be
good.
enough to go around?
Yeah, things
feel like I have
tend to
seen
get a
Devin
little
in
competitive.
few things.
You feel like you've seen Devin in a few things, like he's
Like in the background of something. I don't think I've seen Devin star in anything, but I feel like I've seen him in something. You know what I mean? He has the same look as the guy from Glee who turned out to be a horrible criminal. He's not the same guy. I'm not accusing him of that guy's terrible crimes, but it's a similar look, unfortunately, for Devin. This was 13 years ago. He had no way of knowing.
yeah.
You know?
He didn't tailor it after that guy.
Already booked 3 parts this year.
I'm pro collector.
But seriously, guys, there's a ton of stuff casting out there. You know, we've been doing our marketing. You guys have all seen this. You're all on it.
Rick is the foundation of this crew.
I can open that door. You guys gotta walk through
Rick
it and
is
book those
like
parts.
50 in 2011, and I've I found his IG like once, like 8 years ago, but I haven't been able to find him since. And I'm like, really, I always I had this like half expectation, like, what if he like works for Trump? Because couldn't you see that he would this is he just ends up working in the White House?
The black guy Marcus is the fresh out guy on YouTube. He's a right winger now. His name is Big Herc Lamau.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
You forget
they know more about the collective than me. They're amazing.
Well,
that's
amazing.
amazing.
When you present this audience with something, they will meticulously research it like the fucking CIA.
They're fucking amazing. God, I thought I knew everything.
Wait, someone said he died.
Did Rick or Marcus?
It's called autism. Well, it's not just autism. It's 30,000.
I've known autistic people. I've never met an autistic person who knew more about the collective than me. That used to be my thing. Now it's not.
It's like Master Splinter to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Competitive or not, at the end of the day, we're rocking this world together. We even came up with our own version of the 10 Commandments, our creed, words we live by.
Each and all will succeed.
First of all, can I just say the music choice is excellent. The score on this is out of control.
That's what I love about this is if this had ever been made, reality TV is really cheap to make.
It would be so costly.
They would have their profits would have been eaten away by all their licensing.
Yeah.
They license a $10 million song every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They're the greatest.
Succeed to the best of his ability and support each brother to do his best.
Each and all will embrace.
What a look, dude. What a fucking
that's what I
look.
look like when I write.
And all.
He's got, first of all, that is such a large book. Is he a very tiny man?
No, that's what Moses took down from the mountain.
Yeah, what the fuck?
The collective 10 Commandments, that's the tablet that Moses broke.
Yeah,
when he saw the golden calf, he was like, fuck this. And it took us until 2011 until we found out what wisdom we missed out on.
Some say Netanyahu's still searching for this,
to
justify his ancestral lineage.
Yeah, that's proof that the Netanyahus lived in the ancient northern kingdom of Israel. The collective tablet.
Yeah, the sandals are, oh God, it's so good. Men don't look like this anymore. This is what they took from us.
Only in Israel.
Yeah,
in Israel, the dream of the collective is alive. These are all the guys that are going to be in Netanyahu's government. This is Tel Aviv. This is Jerusalem. This is why they need to do genocide. Is the collective
5K views 1 day ago?
Go pick you up a hat, T-shirt.
That's like Chapo those YouTube numbers.
I mean, he's a fan of Boondocks, but also he's right wing. What's going on there? I don't understand that.
Maybe he explains it. Maybe he wins me over.
Why isn't this all over mainstream news? First of all, that's prototypical Republican question. Always.
That's everyone now, though. People love posting news stories and being like, "Why isn't the news covering?"
Or oh my God, my least favorite, my pet peeve is they're just showing this to us to distract us from something else, and it's no, they're just it happened during the Ohio derailment too, where it was dude, there's 1,000 of them. Not that it wasn't devastating, but there's 1,000 of them a year. You know what I mean? That's why the media doesn't give a shit about fucking East Palestine.
The worst version of that is the current thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like, where it's just
chip,
like
they think they chip out and then they put another chip in, and it's like you're just describing news.
Yeah, that's history.
You're describing how time continues, and
time moves forward. Events happen.
Yeah, yeah. Oh God, it's so we are collectively getting dumber. I think I do think that is the one thing I truly do believe that like social media, TikTok as a weapon has made every American stupider.
Well, yeah. I mean, Metal Gear Solid 2.
Didn't you say that about the alien shit? No, I was. Oh God, I did not say that about the alien shit.
I will own up to it. I said that. I made a very lazy joke about the alien shit.
Oh, they said that they're talking to you, not me. I didn't say that about their.
You didn't say it. I did. I did do it. Hey, not everything can be fucking Avatar. Not every joke I make on the show is going to be. Those of you who complain to me about my performance on my show, you're so conditioned to quality and a high smile per minute rhythm.
No,
that when it's not brilliant, you want to fucking behead me and kill me and run a river through the hospital I was born in Chicago
to wipe it off the map.
Wipe it off the fucking map.
Yeah,
because you're so used to fucking quality that one lazy joke out of 100, you're like, let's kill this guy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I think they're talking about the time that I talked about. Tron uncovered it as well. CIA utilizing or planting stories about aliens back in the day in order to draw attention to something else during like coup attempts or whatever, which is entirely different than our current media in the United States of America right now.
Yeah.
We're not talking about like when the flow of communication was restricted to newspapers and like maybe 1 or 2, maximum 3 different television channels. I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
Where you get to pick and choose pretty much every news story that you want to watch.
No, yes.
I don't think that the current alien UAP conversation in Congress was there to distract us from something. Anyway. Yeah, the CIA faked the vampire attack take over a country. Like this kind of shit. Chicago React. That's a cool name for a channel.
That's an inauspicious channel name.
All right, let's get back to
embrace and face their fears.
Will always look only for the good in his fellow collective.
Yeah, when you're 55 years old and that's the getup you got, you know you fucked.
Will embrace and face their fears.
Will always look.
He's 55. Rick is 55.
I know. I'm saying. Here's the thing. Every single one of these dudes is dressed up like they're going to creep on their friends' daughters, that are like 14 years old.
Have you even been listening to the Collective 10 Commandments?
I have not.
I'm pretty sure that's
one of the commandments.
Well, it's that's a commandment, but it would like go against the commandments, they're brothers. They wouldn't do that. No, this is not Brian Callen vibes. Brian Callen
Thou shalt not
collective vibes.
Thou shalt not ask your friend's daughter if they are wearing bras.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's part of like I will never hold my brother back. It's like they don't. Just like the Tanakh, our holy book. They don't have to
only for the good in his fellow collective member and in each and every person he encounters.
Will give 100% of themselves for the good of the group.
Will inspire
What are they
and uplift in their pursuit of
Are they scrapbooking?
No, they're writing the commandments.
success.
This is the
Support
same
each
thing
other, no matter how hard the road gets, and ensure that adversity is overcome.
These are the cones.
It's great to have a great
modern
group of guys
descendants of the cones
that would never hurt one another.
40 million dollars for the place.
Yeah. Everyone's all up my fucking shit. I can't even think.
Someone in the chat said this was created at a time when like the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah. This was I think around Ultimate Fighter, probably season 7 or 8.
Yeah, they were like, oh, this shit's popping. These guys are content.
Yeah, and I think it was like Maverick was the only one who had like a recent fight, the Soul Collector. But it was cashing in on like, you know, the fighter mystique.
Yeah.
This old motherfucker will fight.
Not anybody can understand.
That's a great way to hyperextend
This is what we do. This is how we hold ourselves down.
Let's do this. Here we go. Again, another great training day like we always train.
Oh, I wanted Maverick to beat the shit out of me. I want him to see me reacting to this and me not having trained for like 8 years.
He has tattooed eyebrows. I didn't even notice that.
He's got everything.
It's one of those things where like the rest of his tattoos are so horrific that I didn't even see that right on his fucking face.
There's no telling what he looks like now. He could be like, he may have like made himself look like Kratos now. He may have gotten like white ink tattooed all over his body.
Bro, he looks like a character randomizer in an RPG where they like, you know, they'll be like, oh, facial tattoos, facial scars, and then he just like hit random.
One of my favorite Elden Ring challenge streamers, Scumnut. Whenever he makes a character, it's like that. He always fucks them up. Like, this is a Scumnut challenge run character.
This is what a 12-year-old thought would look cool, like unironically, when they made the character in a video game.
I'm gonna try
physically,
to find him
emotionally, mentally, and psychologically have to be
Ask
on
chat,
the same
they'll
page.
find him.
Failure is not an option. All to the middle.
All for one, one for all.
Ho, 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 ho.
They would be in debt to the recording industry.
They found him.
I grew up
the
fighting
Daily
the streets.
Press.
Yeah, Republic would enslave them. Like
it would never, they would work in like mines under Jimmy Iovine's house forever.
For permanently, if they try to launch this as a professional episode.
They would have to do like a reality show specifically for David Geffen. like they would be members of David Geffen's royal court. We would never see them again.
Despite his muscles and tough looks, there's more than meets the eye when it comes to Maverick Harvey. This is 2016. You know what I mean? This is not current.
Yeah, because this is like when you could still like say this to a journalist. You could be like, "Oh, I was like the first guy to do fucking MMA."
Now you can only get away by saying that. Now you can only get away with that in like the AI field. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Daily Press is like, is this like the paper the Superman works for?
No, this is the Lucerne Valley. This is the Victorville Daily Press, sir.
This is
local news is dying, and you are responsible.
I'm sorry, the Victorville Daily Press, a sister city to Raccoon City. I've never heard of this. This is not a fucking real place. This is all fake. Wait, Maverick wrote this.
The son of Clarence Harvey, who helped start the Navy SEALs program. Harvey was a talented athlete who ran track and played football in high school in San Pedro. I thought I was going to play pro ball, he said. But a crash on his bike changed that. Now I have a titanium rod in my leg. This guy's always been injured right before important events.
He was born injured.
Yeah.
He fucking tore his MCL and meniscus coming out of the womb. He says he was a bodyguard for a European royal family.
Wait, Maverick von Hog. No,
he is German. He is German.
Wait,
he is German.
That's him? Two men, one of whom is a foreign national, faces charges of manufacturing ghost guns, trying to illegally export them. Maverick von Hog and Christian Breton.
I don't know. I do know that he's German in origin, but I don't know if he is Maverick von Hog.
Is this actually him, chat? No. Oh, this is his Twitter account. They found it.
Okay, great. I couldn't find him on Instagram.
5-time MMA champion goes Hollywood with God on his side.
God mit uns.
Oh, that's so good. Luzerne County is an Obama-Trump county. It was key for Trump's victory in PA in 2016.
He posted a fucking campaign ad.
For Frank Azaria, MC Poncho. Oh, this was in 2017. Wait, what? Is that the porn? Is that the fucking music that plays before a Pornhub video in an ad? It is! It is! It's the, what is it, like, Jerkmate.
Holy shit.
Jerkmate.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh, that's fucked up that I knew that. I would never know that. What?
We have, who is he campaigning for, though? What are MC Poncho's policies?
Why is he
And I mean very blessed to have world-renowned music artist, rapper, MC, Poncho with me here today. Poncho, thank you so much for coming, brother.
Thank you, Maverick. It's a true honor.
God bless. God bless.
You know you got my support.
This guy won by a fucking landslide, dude. Oh, wait, no, he's running.
Wait, Maverick's
No,
running?
Maverick was running, and MC Poncho is, like, hyping him up.
What was Maverick running
They discussed
Maverick for governor.
You missed this. There's so much. This is a blooming onion.
This is like when Simon Wiesenthal, when he was like, I'm the best Nazi hunter in the world. And then it turned out Kurt Waldheim, president of Austria. Simon Wiesenthal had cleared him. He said, this guy's not a Nazi. I looked it up. And Kurt was a fucking Nazi. And everyone was like, Simon, we should take out your other eye. You fucking suck. That's what I feel like now.
Oh, by the way.
Exactly as bad.
By the way, his last name is Von Hog, so he absolutely is, I think, the guy that got arrested for printing ghost guns.
He is a German. He is German in origin.
That's crazy. So, like, the latest news from his life in 2022 is he got arrested for gun manufacturing, ghost gun manufacturing.
We have to get Trump in office to get him out.
Wait,
Biden isn't going to pardon Maverick Von Hog.
This is exactly the type of guy that Trump pardons, by the way.
100%.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably a state charge, but...
Well, Rick is probably, like, managing the campaign this time. Like, it's all going to work out, believe me. I wonder if, like, the collective, if it's like the Civil War where some of them ended up working for DeSantis.
Oh, it is him. MMA fighters, Jim raided in San Pedro. Task force recovered 200 ghost gun frames, firearms, and tools for manufacturing ghost guns. I don't get why these guys just don't move. Like, what? Because you could do this legally in, like, you know, New Mexico.
There is something insane about, like, I have to do this in California.
Like,
you know what I mean?
What he's doing right there, you could probably even fucking sell it online in an online store. Just move to you're saying just move forehead, but, like, yeah, I mean, he has a fucking warehouse.
Well, like, if it's that important to you, like, if it's like, I need to make guns, like, why does Maverick have to be in California?
They found Rick's Instagram and his Twitter. Rick
yes! God bless you.
Head of entertainment. Oh, he's in the what? Metaphysic AI?
I would invest in Rick's AI company.
Pro wrestling CEO, MMA pioneer, stage 4 cancer survivor, pitbull lover, rescuer, author, fighter, producer. Aw.
Stage 4 cancer survivor is... I had not heard that from Rick before. Who's to say? Ooh, he met Wanderlei Silva.
This guy?
Yeah, former Pride middleweight champion Wanderlei Silva, mentor to former UFC light heavyweight champion Shogun Rua. Very foundational MMA fighter. Not as foundational as Rick or Maverick.
Yeah, Maverick invented MMA, so Maverick clears.
Maverick clears him absolutely.
Yeah.
This guy. Wait, every picture.
Who is this guy? I feel like
That's Ken Shamrock. Sorry,
oh,
Ken Shamrock, Randy Couture, Boss Rutan, and I think that's
Boss Rutan.
Yeah.
Bang!
Is that Guy Metzger? No, he's too small to be Guy Metzger, I think. Or maybe
it is Guy Metzger. This is at Guy Metzger PhD.
I should be castrated. I recognize Guy Metzger just by his soul patch. I should not pass on my gene.
Man loves his pit bulls.
Look, he's masking up around his pit bull.
Well, he's I think it's because he's in the ER for
pit bull related
second
injuries.
rabies vaccine after a coyote fight. Wait, what? Why is it presented like he's fighting the pit bulls? He's making the pit bulls fight the coyotes. He loves fighting.
He's a pioneer. He's a pioneer. He's a true pioneer.
No. He's not. I mean, he's not doing that. He clearly loves dogs. I'm not gonna say that.
I don't think Rick would go out of his way to make his pit bull fight a coyote, but like I think Rick's pit bulls would win absolutely. If Rick is on like a first name basis with Guy Metzger.
Wanderlei Silva is a Bernie Sanders bro.
That means that Wanderlei is a Bolsonaro and Bernie supporter.
Wait, he's a Bolsonaro supporter?
He loves Bolsonaro. He hates Maduro.
What?
Yeah, it's just, you know.
Wait, what?
You never know.
He says we're here to fight for workers' rights.
Mas também temos que ter nossos direitos. Por isso que eu convido a todos os lutadores a apoiar o Bernie.
Wanderlei, you are really an American if that is your politics. If you're like, I love Bolsonaro, I love Bernie, You are a real.
That is the most American you can get.
You deserve American citizenship more than me if that's your politics.
Well, he let Bolsonaro stay in his house apparently, so he already probably has an American citizenship.
so is Jose Aldo let Bolsonaro stay in his house, and Jose Aldo, the former UFC and WEC featherweight champion.
How do you do that? How is that in the same world?
Because Brazil is America too. Average Brazilian voter, average American voter, same idea, I guess. You know?
It's just it's like zesty America. Like they're America, but like gayer kind of. Like I feel like the more patriotic you become, the more
zestier you get.
The zestier you get in Brazil.
I wonder if in Brazil there are guys who are like, I love Lula, but fuck Bernie. There probably is.
They probably are. Yeah, they like Trump because he's charismatic. He's got machismo.
God, he really deserves his American citizenship. No one has been more of an American. He's not just it's not just he's passively I guess I like Bernie in the primary because fuck Hillary. He's no, we need justice.
Yeah.
He's
fighters labor. He's fighters are workers too. I'm here for labor rights.
God, Wanderlei Silva. I already love Wanderlei for what he did in Pride FC and the Octagon. I loved his trilogy with Quentin Rampage Jackson. But for this, you deserve 2 votes.
This is so sick. It's you have such a big head.
The fighters.
He says he can take you on.
What are your main issues? What are your main concerns?
We need the help for you from approved.
He's talking about the Ali Act.
The Muhammad Ali Act is still working from boxing. And all the boxing guys have these rights. From us, from MMA, we don't have any right.
Dude, the music is so loud. I can't even hear anything he's saying. It doesn't help his accent.
The music is just that's how he experiences the world. Anywhere he goes, the song is playing. He closes his eyes
and the filter too.
He's in the filter. Yeah.
He's seeing everything grainy.
Bernie is hearing this music faintly coming out of his body. And he's I guess I've met a musical man.
Why are they zooming in on his face?
This is the most horrified he's been. He's never been this confused and terrified in his life. Felipe Reigns or someone came to his house with a gun and he didn't react like this. What the fuck is he seeing?
It's because he's hearing the music. What is that?
I've never seen this fucking look on his face.
Oh, this is so good.
The guys fight 2 times a year. Sometimes they make 16,000 a year.
God damn.
I love fighters so much. They're so ridiculous.
It opens up everything. It opens up fucking everything. It really does.
Oh God.
And 2 years later, Wanderlei posted a Photoshop picture of Maduro from the 70s, kissing a guy and was he's gay. It was on his Instagram. I remember seeing him being what the fuck?
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh.
Every Brazilian fighter almost, the only one I can confirm was against Bolsonaro was Damian Maia. Pretty much all of the big names that they supported Bolsonaro, except for Damian Maia. But yeah, he was really into it. But he's probably the only one who went to a Bernie event and fucking talked to Bernie about a specific policy that he
extensively.
Cares about.
Yeah,
he's his accent's very thick, but he's talking about the Ali Act very in depthly.
Oh, Jesus.
Damian Maia was one of my favorite fighters. Great taste. Everyone in chat.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
God bless. Keep it going.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We are with you.
Thank you very much.
Good job, Very good.
Good job,
We need him to show our problem, not because we need to...
Oh, so awesome.
And John Fitch is a libertarian. He doesn't know why he's here.
Well, I mean, yeah.
He's John Fitch is a libertarian. He's a very open libertarian. I mean, it's still like even if you're a libertarian, you probably want, if you're a fighter, you want the Ali Act for MMA, probably. But American voters, there's nothing like them except for Brazilian voters.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah, God bless them.
Wow, this is sick.
What a great person.
What the many sidetracks we took. Wait, he's fucking peeled still.
I mean,
he's got gyno.
Gyno 4.5 fucking where's mascara? But like, okay, how old do you think he is?
I
like
wouldn't
60s probably, right?
Yeah, he looks great. Especially he survived cancer.
He looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
He looks fucking amazing, He's got to be in his 60s. Looks great.
Okay, let's get back to these legends.
For a long time before I transitioned to MMA. And these are the toughest motherfuckers.
What is that hat? I'm sorry. Yo.
That's a new type of, it has all the advantages of a beanie, but there's a tactical brim that you can put on it.
What the fuck? Is he double hatting? Like, is there a beanie under the hat?
No, I think that's an official, like, Soul Collector Maverick Harvey build beanie that he invented. I think
that's incredible.
That's his
Devin is a slap fighter now. Here's his IG.
Oh, no, Devin, don't get into slap fighting. That's terrible for you. Savage Gentleman is a fucking great name.
He's fixing up his for the slaps.
But like, they were getting they're going to a manicure at this point in the collective.
Oh, they got a kind side to them.
Yeah, no,
because this is right in the middle of like this is right in the middle of the metrosexual, the invention of the metrosexual, which was if you took showers but you're not gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
this is a lot of things were going on.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. That's a perfect time frame for this.
Motherfuckers that I've ever run into.
One of the guy in the white video looks like the guy who menaces Beavis and Butthead in Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Does that feel good for you?
Nobody wants to see that.
It feels just all right for me.
I've been painting my nails since I was in like 6th grade. It's probably what I should do for a living, in all reality.
What's with the sparkly gold toes, man?
I'll definitely go back. It makes me in touch.
Wait, that's Devin? What?
No, this is Chad.
No, the Devin that we saw here is different than the Devin that the chatter linked, I think.
Wait.
I need to go back.
The Devin here has
Devin here is a white guy with gauges. That's Devin, right?
Yes.
Okay. Am I crazy? Did I just see something totally different?
Well, Devin in the YouTube video we're watching has a mohawk.
Yeah, no, this is wait, what? This is not Devin.
That might be Chad.
Yeah, you guys. Oh, or maybe I misunderstood. I was like, that's not Devin.
I believe that is Chad, if I'm not mistaken.
It might be.
Let's hold on. What does he have like a display name?
Savage Gentleman. Devin Schwann. No, this is not.
That is Devin. Oh.
What the fuck?
But wait, there's a tag in that video. Maybe he's with Chad.
But that's him too, no?
That's Devin, yeah. Okay. That's Devin. That's Devin.
Wait, did he have like? I don't get it. Did he?
He shaved the mohawk, and he took the gauges out.
He had like. Wait, why is his son wearing an 11 hat? That's a strip club.
But look. There's Devin with the mohawk, center left.
Okay, I'm not crazy, right? Because he looks like he had like a race change or something.
No, he was always the same skin tone. Maybe his like hair, maybe the hair on his face like grayed a little bit.
Look at, okay, this is Devin.
He could have gotten a nose job.
This looks like a different person.
He could have gotten a nose job.
Does this not look like a different person?
But that happened. Wanderlei Silva, who we just talked about, he looks very different now than he looked in like 2008 because there was so much like fucked up loose cartilage in his face from fighting that they basically like sucked it all out and it gave him a new face. That could have happened to Devin. And if Devin is doing slap fighting, that is, you are fucking speedrunning CTE if you're doing slap fighting. So who knows?
Bro, now he looks like he could be like Vin Diesel black. You know what I mean? Am I crazy?
I think you're crazy. He looks the same race to me.
I don't know. I guess I'm just, I'm just not seeing.
I'm telling you, a lot of changes can happen to a combat athlete's face over time.
Only very few people are saying he does look different.
I mean,
he does not look the same, right? Like
he looks different, but I'm saying that's not like the most unusual thing for fighters.
Yeah.
Little toes, man.
I'll definitely go back. It makes me in touch with my feminine side. Look at that. Who's got nails like this? Hey, so Maverick, your car's pretty fast. Last one there can kiss my black toenails in. If you think you can beat me?
It's very important to me to be bigger, stronger, faster than any of the men that are around me.
Yeah, things tend to get a little competitive.
Jeez, guys, come on!
Okay, that's staged. They're like laughing at each other. Yeah. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna tickle you now."
Rick is engineering situations.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, Rick. Chill. Yeah. Let it happen. You know
Rick
what I mean?
is manipulated.
Yeah. It's cool. That water's probably 58 degrees. Let's go dive in there.
I like that, Rick is also shirtless in solidarity. Like, even the managers got him.
He's 10 years older, 10 to 15 years older than all of us.
Yeah. And I'm psyched about tonight. I just feel blessed that the 7 of us are together celebrating Devin's birthday.
That's right. All together, all of us, for Devin's birthday tonight.
Why did he have to repeat that? He strikes me as the kind of guy who has to have the final say.
Yeah, I think it's a little of that.
There was no feedback there at all. You added nothing. You just repeated what he said.
He confirmed it.
Yeah, he's like, that's right.
For all the people who only listen to him, I know it's Devin's birthday.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My brother, happy birthday to you. Are you ready for rock and roll?
Absolutely.
Let's do it, my brother.
Tonight's my birthday. I normally don't even enjoy my birthdays. I don't look forward to them. This will be the most memorable birthday that I've ever had. It means a lot to me.
That's so sad. That's sad. This is his most memorable birthday, Felix.
Well, what if it's his first one with the collective?
I mean, but that's what did they do? They just got their nails done and then they got shirtless at the beach.
You'll see. The birthday, it's a birthday to remember. You'll leave you me. Wait till you
be here with you all. Thank you.
I'm happy to be a part of this group, man, and be celebrating this birthday with Dirty D. And I feel it's a blessing to be here doing this right now with you guys, man.
Hey, my brothers, I just like to say, bro, it's a privilege and an honor.
Taurus got like 3 fucking lines.
And I love and I appreciate each and every one of you guys, bro. Be there for me. I've been through.
Yo, what happened to his head? Why is it shaped like that? I'm not even talking about the cauliflower ear. I feel like.
You mean like why is his hairline so aggressive?
That and also like the back of his head is like dented. These guys have all sorts of fucked up heads. I'm not gonna lie.
The more you watch, the less you know with the collective.
Yeah, no, I
through a lot of stuff in my life, and I've seen the raw end of life, and
yeah, it is big hurt.
What really gets me is the brotherhood that we have.
Collective.
Has anyone asked Big Hurt like
all for one?
Collective.
And one for all. Oh.
This is Andrew Tate's War Room.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Andrew Tate.
Oh my
God.
God.
Kickboxing saw this and was like,
"These are the coolest guys
this
ever.
Is so sick.
We need to recreate it.
What if I do this with my brother and a magician? What if I find a Jewish mage, that the wizard? In the
he's cursed me before.
The mage?
Yeah, his mage.
Yeah.
There was a time period where, like, after I debated Andrew, that why did I call him Andrew? Like I fucking know him. That was weird.
Part of the curse.
Yeah, I just got cursed so hard. I called him Andrew like he's my homie. There was like a week where he would just exclusively tweet about me. And it was always like, we're cursing him. We're cursing this guy. Like, it was just like crazy ass shit.
I don't want to like get into a Judaistic magic battle with him.
Yeah.
But
no,
I feel like you're Tyrion and I'm Oberyn Martell.
Where are these Game of Thrones references coming from?
That was like the second I've done like 4 hours. That's really not that many, honestly.
Have you been watching it recently or something?
I have rewatched a few episodes recently. I've been trying to pinpoint exactly like where they really fucked it up. I think it's actually season 5.
Oh, that's what you're trying to arrive at?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're arriving at the top of the hour. Chat, here is the 3-minute ad break. Now it's season 7. That's what people are saying. But some people are saying season 5 is correct.
Like season 5 is better than season 7 and 8, but it's like where things started to go off the rails, is what I'm saying.
There was not a single woman there.
Nobody has the heart that we
Maybe
have.
they just didn't
Nobody
sign
has
releases.
the attitude that we have. No
It
one
could
has
have been
the
all
look that we
women.
have. No one has the brother
We don't
that
know.
have. And we're ready to show that to the world.
I'm wondering if we could track down Devin and be like, did you have sex?
With the boys.
To me,
Your
it's like
first
a
collective
fantasy.
birthday.
Every day out here, I feel like I'm living
Well, I
a
wouldn't.
movie.
I wouldn't be like,
family
did
is
you have sex
important
with
to me. This is my
collective?
family.
I would
Collective is
first.
my
That's a
family,
given.
man.
They definitely fucked, is what you're saying.
On his birthday, I don't know, but like, I wouldn't judge him either way. I'm just saying, like, I think there were women at the party. They just didn't sign releases.
This country, I don't know anybody.
I think if
all
there are
these great
women
guys.
who
I'm very
are
glad
going
to be
after
part of this
Rocket
group.
League
Every guy in here
pros,
has a story. What
there
we've
were
done,
women at
you
the
know, not
collective birthday party. That's what I think.
I think Rocket League pros are objectively cooler, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, they are, but I'm saying, like, if one, therefore the other still. Like, Rocket League guys make more money than the collective.
The women don't want to be associated with this level of man. They can't handle it.
They really
They would
can't.
immediately, like, they would get feral and try to have sexual intercourse immediately. They would, like, throw their clothes around. They tried to have women around them, but they couldn't keep filming because they would get naked.
A lot of people don't know this. Women, when they get hyper aroused, they can actually shoot their eggs outside of their body.
Yeah.
To be fertilized by the aura of a collective like this.
Yeah.
Or
Elon Musk.
Or him too.
That's how he has 11 children.
Well, it's if you ever did the Millicent quest line in Elden Ring, it's kind of like that, where there are 30 of these guys now in the LA area who were born from the Scarlet Aeonia collective bloom that happened in 2011 at Dirty Devin's birthday
and
party.
they're already suspiciously 35 years old.
They were born 35 years old, and there's one who's like Millicent, who's like better than all of them. And there's like I'm Gowry. I'm Gowry, and I'm trying to make him bloom 3 times to become the god of being 35.
Pamela Lee Anderson must anoint them. Yeah, these are the guys for sure.
These are, there needs to be a Mikola that they fight for, but this is it. They are the Scarlet Bloom.
Your interests are wasted on Chapo.
What am I supposed to do a show about this?
Yeah,
the collective.
Okay, to be fair, this is one of the only places on the planet where your Elden Ring references that you weave in perfectly to the collective would only stick.
They appreciate them more here.
There are very few places on the planet where people would understand anything that you're saying.
But if I like imagine like tomorrow, I was like, hey guys, I'm leaving Chapo. I'm doing a podcast that is only about Elden Ring and the collective. How quickly do you think I'm homeless? Like,
all the money that you made thus far, also they just evaporate.
I think they would take it away. I just don't think. Thank you, Chatter, for believing in me.
You would be placed
like a bad idea.
You'd be placed under a conservatorship.
Yeah, no, it would be fucked.
Yeah,
they would people would harvest my seed and make a version of me they could control to put back on the show. It would be terrible. I'm not gonna play.
Say they've been where we've been. So we've been busting our asses for a long time.
I put it on the Steam Deck. It's on the Steam Deck.
Sure.
Let me know how it is. If it's fun, I'll play it. It seems like very fun.
Felix is also a big Steam Deck truther like I am.
It's the best thing ever.
It's so good. I think it's so perfectly, like, it is the perfect invention for exactly our age. Where, like, you grow up with the PSP and you wanted more. You wanted the PSP to be like a real thing. Like a viable handheld product that was making not just like Nintendo style games, but instead like your more adult focused PlayStation, Sony products. and Steam Deck just gives that to you.
My wildest fantasy, like when the PSP came out, was that there would one day be a thing like it that's like, you know, as powerful as a PS2. This is beyond my greatest fantasies.
No, 100%.
It can run anything. I fucking play Elden Ring. I've done entire Elden Ring playthroughs on it. I've beaten Millennia on it. It's the most amazing machine ever made.
It's so sick. As long as you have an outlet nearby.
That's the real Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Is the Steam Deck.
100%. Gaben,
the greatest.
The GOAT, dude. The fucking GOAT. He knows.
Do you think I would go to fucking bum-ass Canada for tour if it wasn't for the Steam Deck? I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
Dude, ever since I got a Steam Deck, I have traveled significantly more. You're not even wrong about this. I notoriously also hate travel.
It sucks.
I never leave this. I never leave this house. I never leave the greater Los Angeles area. And since I got the Steam Deck, I've gone to Japan twice. You know, I even went to New York again. Like, it's just,
it changes everything. Look, I love seeing my family, but there's a problem. When I go home, I have to sleep on a twin bed. It's, you know, my mom telling me she does not believe I will ever get married. Twin bed in that room. When I take the Steam Deck, it doesn't feel like a twin bed. I feel like I'm on a size bed because I'm playing all my favorite games.
Yeah, it's the best.
It really.
No wonder you expected the Peterson debate at Oxford, the Steam Deck. Yeah, I would never go to England. I would never, ever go to England if it wasn't for the Steam Deck making it so that I can go to England. Valve better be paying for this. Dude, first of all, this is, as you guys know, not a fucking hashtag ad at all. It's just something I do truly love and consider a game changer for someone like myself. Have you reordered the Asus one yet? Nah. I gave up on it. For real, I would have never gotten a Steam Deck if not for you. Dude, it is, as far as value goes, PlayStation 5, bottom of the fucking trash, okay? And I'm a diehard Sony fanboy, as you guys know. The Steam Deck was my best pickup. Like, as far as consoles goes. I buy tech stuff from time to time just to test it out. Just to show you guys, just to tell you guys the experiences. Like, I had the Whoop. I'm using the fucking the what do you call it? What is this? The Ultra, the Max, or whatever the fuck this is. The Apple Watch, which is fine. Who are you arguing with? Lol. I think everyone agrees. I just don't got one because I can't afford it. Yeah, it's sick. What about the Switch? No, dude, I haven't even touched the Switch since I got the Steam Deck. I play the Steam Deck all the time. Does it get hot for you too? Yes. And also, I will say this. The workmanship of the Steam Deck is not exactly excellent. What do I mean by this? When you drop it, it's a very heavy handheld device. If you drop it, sometimes like it opens up a little bit. It hasn't broken yet, which is good. I am genuinely terrified of it breaking because then, you know, I'll have to wait for the new one. Don't drop it. Man, it's a fucking really heavy handheld console. Sometimes I've dropped it twice. And both times when I dropped it, it opened up on the side a little bit. And, like, it hurt my hand. I was like, what the fuck? There's something wrong with this. And then I just slammed it together and it shut up again. It does feel like it's not exactly an airtight device, for sure. I have a D-brand case and it's great for me. What the fuck? This is kind of cool. Okay, now you're selling me on this. It's already so bulky. I feel like this would make it bulkier. Steam Deck nerds and their accessories and mods. Steam Deck is also OP because you can emulate all your favorite old games as well. Steam Deck will introduce Linux to normies and show that Linux can actually compete with dumbass Monopoly Windows if you give it the chance. First of all, Steam Deck is literally the reason why Linux is now the second most popular operating software. It actually is more popular than the Mac OS. Did you guys know that? I think that's the case, right? I read that somewhere, and I fucking believe it. Yeah, look, see? Linux overtakes Mac as Steam's second most used. Linux has surpassed Mac OS as the second most used operating system on Steam, according to the latest Steam hardware and software survey from July. But it's on Steam, so that doesn't really count. That's a bit of a debate. It's fucking fixed. Shut up. It's fixed.
It's not that bad. Linux stuff. I had to do some Proton bullshit.
Yeah, same.
I had to do it because I wanted
For
to
Diablo
play.
4.
Oh, I did it for Splinter Cell because they never like ported. Ubisoft never like ported any of the Splinter Cells to Steam Deck, and I had to do all this fucking bullshit to play Chaos Theory, one of the greatest stealth games ever made, but it was worth it. Look, I thought I was gonna live my entire life and never fucking learn how to do any Linux thing.
Yeah.
If I can do it, you out there can do it.
I had to install Diablo 4 also. I had to use my friend's USB keyboard. I was freaking out. Oh, yeah, I didn't even use a keyboard, which makes it so much harder to do any of the Linux stuff with your fingies.
It's really not like desktop mode. It's pretty intuitive.
There's a little bit of latency, though, when you're, like, kind of worried.
It's like, it's a FromSoft, like, input buffer. But it's, at the end of the day, it's still the greatest they've ever done it.
It's definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like significantly more confusing. But given that most people that use Linux or have autism, they have like incredibly comprehensive walkthroughs that hold your hand every step of the way.
No, okay. It's not only that.
Like these guys are writing the walkthroughs for fun. They're not even writing it for. There's no reason for some of the walkthroughs I looked at. Like, there's no reason for it to exist. But if you have thought about what you could do with a Linux handheld device, someone has created it, and it's out there, and you can learn it.
It is like, okay, I'll say this. There are a ton of walkthroughs, but the walkthroughs are so high quality that you actually, it's not like some things. Some computer things, you do a walkthrough and it's like doing a literal translation. You don't really know what you said. You made the noises. With the Linux walkthroughs, you walk away, you know a little more Linux.
Yeah, you've learned something.
I never thought it would happen to me. It happened to me. That's how great it is. One day I can tell my descendants I did some Linux in my time. Will they believe me? I don't know. But I did do it. It's the greatest device ever made.
It's so good. I love it. You got to install Emu Deck. I've been playing Switch games. Yeah, I don't care. Like, that's... I don't think I will ever be that kind of nerd where I'm like, oh, I need to play Zelda 60 FPS. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care enough.
I'm so against Nintendo, I won't even emulate it. I won't even steal from them. I just hate their entire thing. I hate their entire thing of suing everyone.
Yeah, they're gigantic pieces of shit.
I hate them.
They're awful, but goddamn, they make some good IP. But
they do. Mario 64, that was like the last Mario game I played. It was amazing. I fucking loved it. Sucks that they're so evil.
Yeah.
And that they're not brave enough to sue a Jewish person like me.
Ask Felix if you saw Bloodborne 60 FPS running natively on a hacked PS5.
I did see that. And I also saw that someone successfully booted Bloodborne on an emulator, which is huge. Didn't load graphics, but that's a big fucking deal.
Is that one step closer to Bloodborne on Steam Deck?
I'm sure someone has done that, but we just don't know about it.
Bloodborne on PC, and therefore Bloodborne on Steam Deck?
I think... Okay, if it's a year from now and it's not possible, within 2 years. That's what I think.
Oh, yeah, I saw this. They hacked RDR2 to 60 FPS on PS5 as well. It's odd that they cap it. Like, I don't get it. Like, it can play, but why do they cap it? That makes no sense.
I never understood it. RDR2, rather. Play that? I never played it.
Dude, if you don't like the God of War style, I'm gonna hold your hand through this fucking
I hate that
like
shit.
Forced cutscene shit, you're not gonna be able to get through the first like 3 hours of Red Dead.
I'm not anti-cutscene. I just like...
Yeah, I mean, you play Japanese games.
Right. I'm not like... I've sat through insane Metal Gear Solid cutscenes. I'm against like things that should be cutscenes. Like all the forced helplessness bullshit in God of War.
Red Dead.
Like, why didn't you just fucking make this a cutscene?
Red Dead does that, and it's not a cutscene. It like literally does that. The first 3 hours of the game is just that. It is one 3 hour cutscene that is like playable, But once you get over that hump, it's incredible. I think it's probably one of the best, most lifelike environments that they've ever created. So much so that there are still, to this fucking day, like new and unique things that you see from NPCs that pop off on like TikTok and Twitter and shit. It's so immersive.
Okay.
But having said that, again, like I said, great story, very immersive. First 3 hours are definitely, like, first 3 hours literally cut into replayability for me. I would play it way more if there was a way to like fast skip the first like the introduction sequence. It is so boring.
Well, I mean, but once you get past that, that's good enough for me. I need shit to play before Shadow of the Erd Tree. I really fucking thought we would have a trailer by now. This is fucking like.
Oh, for Grand Theft Auto 6?
No, Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Oh, Shadow of the Erd Tree.
The Elden Ring expansion.
Oh, yeah.
They've never said expansion before. Maybe I'm wrong.
It's not DLC, it's expansion.
It's expansion. And the fact that, okay, they announced it months and months ago. We still don't have a trailer. Ring City and Ashes of Ariandel, they came out, a year later. It's over a year. I would assume that Shadow of the Erd Tree is fucking huge because it's not out yet and they're saying expansion.
Are you going to play Armored Core?
Yeah, definitely.
Did you play it before?
I played one of them.
I've never been a mecha fan, but I will play Armored Core for my love for From Software.
I definitely have not played enough mecha games, but there was one mech series that I loved more than any of the others that I thought was fucking amazing. To this day, you can play it on Steam. You can even play it on Steam Deck. Zone of Enders.
Zone of Enders. Isn't that Konami, right?
Yeah, those are fucking
That's
amazing
Kojima
games.
Right?
I think Kojima directed number 2. I don't know if he did number 1. But number 2 is like my personal favorite mech game. I haven't played enough mech games, but that Zo 2 is
the
so
MGS, the
fucking
MGS
good.
1, 2, 3. They're in a remaster, right?
They are going to remaster. I'm curious about
And a remake.
Or I mean, they already have remastered. They're remaking. They're full remakes.
They're doing full remakes. No, but not 1, 2, 3. Just the third one is getting a full remake, and then the first two are the remasters are getting ported,
which is good.
Yeah.
And hopefully it leads to like Metal Gear Solid 4. I don't have to fucking bust my PS3 out of the closet every time I want to play it. But like with MGS3, I'm curious if they're doing a remake, are they going to do it on the Fox engine? Because like don't get me wrong, like Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, those are like fucking amazing. Like gameplay wise, those are fucking incredible. They feel so good. Fox engine is dead. So they're straight up not allowed to use it. I don't know the specifics.
It's one of the worst, gravest offenses of all time to just art in general and to video game as an artistic medium. What they did to Kojima and like what has happened to this product, this IP.
Yeah, but at the same time, I got the sense that he did not want to keep doing it.
I don't think he wanted to do it after. He didn't even want to do 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's fucking Miyazaki. Definitely did not want to make Dark Souls 3. I love Dark Souls 3. And I think the main story, the fatigue is evident.
You know
but
what?
The DLCs, I think the DLC stories are.
You know what that shows,
great.
though? Force Japanese video game designer developers at gunpoint to keep making product when it's good.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Dark Souls 3 is incredible.
It's incredible. And the
it's worth it. Metal Gear Solid 3, another example. Incredible.
Ground Zeroes is like Phantom Pain so much like annoys me and makes me sad about the incompletion of the story.
Oh yeah.
But Ground Zeroes is like they make you go to fucking Gitmo. That one of the side missions is either assassinating or abducting American war criminals from Vietnam. Like it's such a fucking good game. Ground Zeroes is one of the greatest games I've ever played. I would put it in my personal top 5.
So, friend of the show, Cavernacle, who's like a YouTube guy, he made a comprehensive video about Kojima's very open politics and like love for Che Guevara. And there's a lot like he glazes Che Guevara on no uncertain terms on the what was the PSP one? Peace Walker.
Boss looks like Che in Peace
Yeah,
Walker.
no,
they make him look like
no.
him.
They say over and over again, you look like I thought you were Che.
Yeah,
like
no, it's his politics are very unambiguous. He is yeah. Miyazaki is it's not the same like Miyazaki's games I would not call political at all, but they're like
what the fuck? Texas is what's happening? These are our friends in Texas and Austin.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck is happening there?
Cops are telling us to turn our sprinklers on and prepare to evacuate. What the fuck? What is happening?
Jesus Christ. Is it like wildfires?
I don't know. I don't know what there's a big burn ban. What? There's a Cedar Park apartment fire. Crazy.
You know, I wish myself from tomorrow could come here right now and tell me if this was like a terrible tragedy or not. Because like if no one died, I have like a joke I would make.
No.
If like tons of people died, then it's like, well, you know, now fuck me.
Large brush fire causing evacuations affecting traffic in Cedar Park. I don't know. Hopefully nothing terrible happens.
Yeah. If we invent time travel and like no one dies, I'll tell myself from yesterday the joke to make.
Okay.
I mean, I already know it, but it's like in future versions of the stream after time travel's invented.
You will get canceled so fast. At any given moment on this stream, I probably have I would say like around 100 to 1,000 deranged cyber stalker haters who are like looking for any slip up that they can use. Also, forgot to mention this to everybody. I mean, I guess I mentioned in the beginning, I was supposed to debate Jordan Peterson.
What happened?
At Oxford Union Hall, he backed out last night. I don't know why, but he also posted this recently.
Do you remember the guy from TikTok?
He looks kind of hot.
Do you remember the guy from TikTok?
Oh, old me. Yeah. Yeah, he kind of looks like old me now. Yeah.
I felt really bad once. Speaking of feeling bad about jokes, I posted one of that guy's fucking videos on my story on Instagram once, and I put like a funny caption. And he DM'd me and said, like, hey, I get really anxious when people make fun of me. I'm not saying this, like, fuck him. I'm saying it because, like, I felt bad about it.
Wait, that guy? Old me?
Yeah, he didn't seem like a bad guy at all. I wasn't, like, being mean to him, I thought. But
he just dresses too weird. And I say that as someone who dresses weird as well.
He's not that old is the other thing.
Yeah, he got mad at me,
30s.
too.
He didn't get, I wouldn't say he got mad at me. He, like, very politely asked me to, like, take it down. Which is, like, I mean, I get it. I'm, like, posting his shit without like a link or attribution. Like I do get that. But I felt bad about it. But also, does anyone remember what I said? Was it that bad? Should I feel bad?
He definitely was really mad at Hasan and not polite Lamau. And the reason why he was mad at me was because what? I said that he just looks like he's me if I went to the beach that makes you old or something. Like, what the fuck did I even say? I mean, I definitely made fun of him a lot, but
you might have been meaner to him than I was.
Yeah, probably.
Which is like one of the only times that's ever happened.
Yeah. Felix, you're progressively getting further.
Okay, well, okay. I don't have this problem at home.
Further and further away from the microphone. When you're talking, you're like over here.
Okay. There are like 10 reasons why I will never be a career streamer. One, you know, I'm a very lucky person. I'm also a very unlucky person. I won't confirm that no one died in something.
You will 100%.
That will happen to me.
You will 100% get canceled if you streamed.
Yeah, put me on there long enough. I'll be unlucky. I'll You know,
it is probably the hardest part of being a streamer is like constantly dodging tricky things.
Think about,
especially when you want to make a joke.
Yeah, and think about all the weird audio gaps you hear in the average episode of an episode, or average episode that I'm on.
Yeah.
Apply that to, you know, me 8 hours in front of a computer. Could go pretty horribly. I could, you know, they could have to invent what Kick was to Twitch for Kick for me after what I accidentally do. Number 2, I can move around all I want when I'm doing the podcast. I have an editor. Here, it is a cause of constant consternation. But those are really they're the only 2 reasons, but they're good reasons.
Yeah.
But maybe one day, I don't know, I want to buy the Clarence Thomas RV, and I'll do it for 1 week.
You know what I want to do? I want to work out with RFK Jr.
I actually do think I could make that happen.
Really? Oh yeah, you could.
I think I could.
I feel like I might have made fun of him too much though. Would that matter?
What's the worst thing you've said about him?
Like that he's an anti-vaxxer kook.
You know what I mean by like worst? Like how mean did you get? You know?
No.
Were you like Alex? Is
Well,
what I'm saying.
I have insulted his voice a little bit.
Okay.
I said it's very grating.
That's not so bad.
And said that. I mean, I look. The thing is, I've definitely said like a lot of people that, you know, in the anti-vaxxer space, oftentimes are like not very intelligent people, and they just like kind of look at like whatever is in front of them. They're like very lizard brain. So I don't understand how they can't look at RFK and go, well, this guy seems ill.
I guess to that, I think a lot of people just like if they like RFK, they make a positive assumption about that, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like back before the vaccine stuff, back when he was only known as an environmental crusader.
Yeah. No, he was great.
People just assumed that like an environment thing happened to him.
So now they assume a vaccine thing happened?
Yeah, that's kind of what I think happened. Because it's like
whatever he's on.
I didn't know. I kind of let me tell you guys what I thought happened. I used context clues. I noticed that no one was making fun of it. So I was like, okay, this has to be like, you know, one of those things where like you get too warm as a baby and it like gives you problems. And you know what I mean? I thought it was like one of those. And I was like, okay. I like won't. If it's that, if he was one of those warm babies,
I might have done I might have done his voice using my Theragun around my neck area.
Okay, that may be a deal breaker, perhaps.
But it wasn't. But it's not a baby thing.
It's not a baby thing.
It's not a warm baby thing.
Later in his I actually don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know.
It might have been needle sharing, potentially.
It's like okay,
one theory,
but it's people say that, and I automatically go, oh yeah, but then it's like, how the fuck would that work?
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of those things where it's like, I realize I don't know anything about science at all. So, anyone's guess is as good as mine. I really don't know. For all we know, maybe he really did the ultimate male fantasy, the thing we've all fantasized about. He stopped a mass shooter with karate.
But then they shot him in the throat?
Shot him in the fucking throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to get injured in that way. And if he did, then I also think it's okay to make fun of, because it's like, well, then
there's a cool injury, like me with Dan Crenshaw's like eye patch. Like he sucks, but like the eye patch is an objectively cool thing to wear. Like cool guys wear it for the most part.
He doesn't look that cool in it.
He doesn't. He doesn't. But like because of the principle behind like, oh, if someone wears an eye patch, like automatically you should be able to make fun of them. And they shouldn't get upset at you because they can just be like, well, I look cool, right? And he did not respond like that at all.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, that was...
It's just hard, you know? Again, these were more things that Moses dropped on those tablets.
Yeah.
They had to worship that fucking calf. These are all things we would know. When is it okay to make fun of someone's voice?
Yeah.
When
100%.
eye patches are off and on limits.
Yeah. What like is it ableist to make fun of an eye patch guy?
Right. At what age?
What disabilities are cool so you can make fun of them?
Yeah. Yeah. These were all on the tablets. But then they had to fucking do the golden calf thing.
And Yahoo's going to find it. Don't worry. What do you think about pearly things? Just so hurt.
You know, there are very few people who would they would look better if they started doing heroin. But they're out there.
It's like, well, I mean, like Michael Pillow. Like Mr. Pillow, I think was better on crack.
Yeah.
That's my assumption.
I don't know. I think he looks pretty good now, honestly.
He looks fine. Well,
he looks cool.
He looks fine.
Like fucking cool.
But I think he was like a more fun person 100% when he wasn't like all hopped up on God and Trump and instead was doing crack.
You don't think he's like a little fun now?
No.
I think he kind of like did you watch his election special?
I didn't.
I
You don't want to watch the Gavin Newsom thing when you watch the Michael Pillow election special?
Oh yeah.
Fuck?
Yeah, we watched it and I walked away. He didn't sell me on anything. His arguments were like a Chinese guy fucking got on the computer. It didn't move me, but I did walk away like this guy seems pretty fun because he has that Santa Claus accent. And every time he would have he's horny in a way that's like true to himself. He would have like a beautiful 45-year-old lawyer woman on, like some conservative, like a Republican activist lawyer, and she would just be saying, some insane stuff. She would be like, and then, the Chinese got this fucking server and the votes, blah, blah, blah. And every 3 seconds, he would go, wow. And I walked away and I was like, that's a pretty fun guy. I really liked him.
There's so many people in my community that also watch Leftovers, and we found out that he was doing a liquidation sale, like an auction.
He got mega sued.
Yeah.
He got screwed.
So there's people in the chat that are like, I got a desk chair for $20 from him. Someone bought a stapler. There was a Leftovers fan that bought like an entire pallet of N95 masks.
Oh my fucking god.
And they've never been used, right?
He
for like $10.
They cleaned him the fuck out they destroyed him. I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, it was really bad.
But
another guy that got burned from the fucking being Trump orbiter. It's fucked up.
He probably spent $100 million on the documentary, on investigations. He was always traveling by helicopter and private jet.
You got to do that, yeah.
And then he gets sued. He probably just gets fucking cratered. But you know what the nice thing about it is? If you're him and it's like, okay, I did all this crack and then I stopped and then I started a pillow company. The worst thing's already happened. You can do it again.
Oh yeah, you've already hit. What rock bottom's like.
Yeah, you can fucking
and you've survived it.
Boom. Next, yeah. He could be in his.
I got a CNC machine for $11. It's 36,000 pounds.
Jesus Christ! How did you get that sent to your house?
I don't even. The delivery on that would be way worse. He's just memeing probably. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
Everything in. That's the third problem I'd have. I take everyone in chat at their word.
Yeah, no, I do that too. It's really bad.
That's what's happened when you're raised in a small town.
Dude, the least Italian mob thing that Trump does, the most Italian mob thing that he does is he almost exclusively hires the most Italian Catholic lawyers because no one else wants to work with him because he's fucked over half of New York.
Yeah.
The least Italian mob quality is he does not fucking stay loyal to his diehard supporters. He burns them. He burns them like that.
Yeah, it is. It really is like every man for himself.
Kind of fucked up.
Did you ever watch Larry Lawton on YouTube?
Yeah.
He's my favorite. I like all the prison guys on YouTube.
Yeah,
they're all
Larry
good.
Lawton is a cut above, I think.
I love 1090 Jake. I love Larry Lawton though the most, I would say.
Hey everybody,
Top 6 weapons in prison that could save your life.
I want Larry to have a comeback. I feel like the YouTube algorithm is like fucking him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like his latest.
He popped off with like the jewelry theft videos that he originally did. But I mean, how many times can you talk about the same stuff though?
Yeah, even a guy like that who's had an amazing life, you only have so many stories, unfortunately. But you know, I don't know. I still think the algorithm should be nicer to him. But my point was, he said something interesting about how Trump used to be really good at paying off everyone, and that's why he like the one construction project he did that's like unambiguously everyone has to admit that he succeeded. The ice rink, Wolfman Ice Rink.
I don't even wait. What do you mean?
It was this ice rink in New York City that was like, it was always fucked up, and he fixed it, and it was a big part of his rising star. But Larry Lawton talked about how he used to be really good at paying off everyone, and that's a skill that he lost as a politician.
Yeah. So why did he get so?
I don't know. You get old and you fuck up more, I guess. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
he lost
also
a
like
step.
look how far he got not paying people.
It's true.
He probably thought, "Oh, I can keep doing this."
Yeah, I think that's the same principle behind like how he keeps getting caught like openly admitting to crimes in like unambiguous ways.
Yeah.
Where like even shit that normally would be hard to prove like as a criminal conspiracy, he finds a way to like bumble into it.
Yeah, it's like he's not the January 6th indictments, not the most recent ones. The documents thing though. He was doing like a vulgar version of what Tony Blair did after Tony Blair left office.
What did he do?
You know, used his knowledge from being at the highest levers of government to, wheel and deal around the world. But Tony Blair did it in a way where you don't get indicted. You don't technically break the law. And Trump did it in a way where, they're fucking... We've all seen the bathroom picture,
Oh, city cancels Woolman Rink contract that built Trump's myth. This is how Trump became a man.
Right. Look, I'm not saying it's the hardest thing in the world to like unfuck up the ice rink. I'm just saying that it's like he did do that, right? He did the ice rink thing.
My uncle worked on one of his buildings that got fucked over with pay, so now that uncle is a heavy lib and shows up to all family parties with a bucket of Bud Light. What the fuck? American politics, baby.
American politics.
Doesn't get any better than that.
But they at no point in this article are they like, oh, he didn't do the ice rink.
Yeah, no. They're saying that like it's helped
part of his myth,
build his
definitely.
legacy.
Yeah.
They're saying he built it. You're right.
Unambiguously.
Yeah. Wait, what else was I going to show you? There was a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to show you, but I guess this is the.
We really got wrapped up in the XQC thing. Like, what? I never got an answer though. Were they like friends at any point?
XQC and Ethan?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Ethan is yeah. No, they've never cared for one another. Like at all. But he did XQC did do something that was pretty brilliant, like pretty incredible overall. About the XQC stuff, his fans are cooking him. Yeah, I saw that. His own subreddit is like ripping into him right now.
You know what's weird? It's like, yeah, his fans are making fun of it, but then like people I follow who like don't follow any of that, who like they don't have any of the context, they're like, oh damn, he shit on this Ethan guy, and they like don't know any of it.
Oh, they think he actually dookied on him by saying my watch costs more than your house.
I didn't see like a lot of people saying that, but I saw like 4 or 5 people who I know like don't follow a ton of that stuff.
Here's one thing he did that I think objectively and unambiguously delivered him a massive W. Let's see if I can find it on. Was it on LSF? I don't know. So the thing happened, right? The back and forth happened. The conversation took place. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at the end of it, he did something that was incredible. Is it here? Does anyone have the worm link? Chat? I can't find it.
Eric should never get timed out.
Yeah, it's fucked up. You can be here again for the Valorant Championship. Is this it?
Truly the greatest.
Oh,
okay. All right.
When does it
I
end,
was wondering
Ethan?
why people
It seems
were
like
saying the word.
when you go on these tangents, you just go on a rampage. You just ramble. And
No matter what happens, his audience is always going to see XQC as like a beacon of shining light and prosperity. So the moment that Ethan is like slipping up even a little bit, they're going to be like, oh, he's petty. He's a fucking bitch. He sucks. He's a hypocrite.
Cam, do the fucking worm.
Do
then watch
that.
your prime,
Bro,
then watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, hang in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's
I've never
content, man.
seen.
It's original content at least. Yes, do that,
And then he
bro.
grabs his dick.
Dude,
I
do
bet you
a
fucking
week.
love it, man.
Bro.
This is the most funny.
They really fucking went crazy when they made Quebecers.
Yeah,
they're God bless them,
dude.
Fucking A.
It's just like he ulted. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He was just like, I'm losing this debate. Fuck it. I'm doing the worm.
How long-
I've never seen anybody do that
How long were they arguing before he pulled that out?
for like an hour and a half. Like it was an hour and a half of like Ethan slow cooking him. Like it was just such a crazy thing to watch.
I've been in arguments for 90 minutes where it's like I've known I've been wrong.
Have you ever done the worm?
Never.
Exactly.
Because it's like exhausting when you know you're wrong, but you're like, I can't. I'm not going to admit it. It's exhausting. It feels bad because God is being like, hey, stop doing that. But he was able to power through that. What a great. That's fucking awesome,
Dude, he just
fucking God bless him.
like what was happening? I just want to know. I almost want to like hit him up and be like, what was going on in your mind? Like the moment that you chose to get up and get on the ground and do the fucking worm.
Well, did I hear it right that Ethan said do the worm?
He said like Ethan was trying to say like you don't have any content if you're not watching other people's content, right? He's like slipping up even a little bit, they're gonna be he's a hypocrite.
Cam, do the fucking worm.
He said I can do the fucking worm and it'll still be like good content or something like that, which he was right objectively. That was correct.
No, yeah. I mean, inarguably, his audience will be there. I get it though. I do get why this man's a star.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. That is
That's fucking awesome.
That's so unhinged. It's so awesome.
That fucking rocks.
Like, look at his face. He's like angry, but also self-righteous in that moment where he's like, I just did the fucking worm, motherfucker.
But that's like the will of Richard the Lionhearted. That's like, he had the same type of personality. Not the exact same, but the same type.
Dude, yeah, it's so good.
That's fucking 4 years, bitch.
It's awesome.
And then he just gets right back into it.
Yeah, he said that's the best content you've ever seen in the past fucking 4 years, bitch. Which is not wrong. Like, he's not even...
That is really good content.
He technically is not wrong. Like, that is such an insane thing to do that, like, no mere mortal would cook up such an insane thing in the end of, like, a 90-minute cooking session.
A 90-minute debate where it's like you kind of know you're wrong. Right, it's exhausting. But real champions always find a way to win. That's Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen 1. 23rd minute of a 25-minute fight.
Yeah. It's good. It's like...
But they're probably both going to benefit from this, I would imagine, right? Just going off what little I know of the economics of all this, right?
Yeah,
that seems to be the thing. That's like I could never fucking do YouTube because it's like you constantly have to have an enemy, right?
Not really. I wish there wasn't a situation like that. I mean, there are some really good content creators who very clearly carve out a space for themselves, and I feel like that is the most consistent content that you can make as long as you have no enemies.
Guys I know who are like, well, not guys I know, but like people I watch who are like super niche. Like they only do like
Vati Vidya has no enemies.
Exactly. Yeah,
it'd be kind of funny.
It would be. Oh my god.
There's a battle in the from Soulsborne lore community.
What if you gotta do a beef?
What was it like? Naked Cowboy. He's just like really upset. Like speedrunners get mad at the lore masters.
What if you like you were a YouTube guy and you get into a beef with Vati Vidya and he makes a lore video about like what a loser you are
with the same tone.
He like talks to people who like went to middle school with you
with the same tone and the same music.
But he would not get pussy in 9th grade or not even until he was 23. I love him, but I like want him to kind of do that about me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say a bunch of bad stuff about him. So
Yeah.
he just like does a video about like a 45-minute video about like times I've ruined the podcast, stuff like that. Really bad live shows I've done. I would love that.
That last joke you make about the UAPs is in there. Damn, did Linus Tech Tips unfollow me? What the fuck is this?
Why?
Yo, drama. What?
Did you guys like disagree about anything?
No, not at all.
It could maybe someone was follow shaming him. That used to be a huge thing.
Oh, he follows me on his own personal account.
Okay.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
I feel like you knew that, and you're trying. This is just a way of.
Yeah, I'm trying to make Linus my enemy. No, I love him. I love him so
not
much.
Even that. This is you just showing me that, despite all I've learned about Linux, you're deeper in the community than I am.
No, this is Linus.
But presumably he also does.
Does he do Linux?
Bullshit also, probably. I assume he knows
follows
a thing
me.
or two.
Wait, someone said he was roasting ACU, but I don't see it.
Maybe it's on his his main one, perhaps.
Linus doesn't know anything about Linux.
Okay,
that's what they're saying.
I just learned it like 6 months ago. Sorry.
Nah, he tried gaming on Linux for a month and gave up.
Well, to me that counts as doing a Linux thing.
What is this? I don't see it.
Try it. Maybe it's on his person or his main. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, and don't forget, I got your whole house on my wrist. See, it's very memeable.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big thing. Everyone's gonna do it. I think I'll make a post about it like a year from now, I think. Yeah. I don't know. I guess like YouTube guys, they're made out of stronger stuff than me.
Yeah.
I would hate that. That it's like, I think it's one thing to have an enemy for like real enemy reasons. But if it's like, you're sort of, it's like you partially don't like them, but you're partially doing it for reasons just that it's your job.
This is your job, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could do it.
I don't like it. There's a lot of the reason why I don't like it is because like people take it super seriously. Like even if it was done for content, like I love Ludwig. I don't know if you know who that is.
I know,
but he's great. We hang out in the real world. You know what I mean? It's not like anything like that. But sometimes like I'll make jokes about he has a channel called Mogul Mail, and I call it MAGA Mail because he's like doing commentary. You have to be right wing to do commentary, and people will actually get upset. Like they think that like I hate him sometimes.
Yeah,
which is weird because we have like a gigantic overlap in our audiences too. So sometimes it's just like everyone is, there's part of it is like there's a lot of people that want to instigate drama because like a lot of this space in particular, like live streaming, is for people who love lolcowing people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like hyper online people that do that sort of thing. So their goal is to like, even if they can't lolcow you, they want to they want to at least like manipulate the stream in a meaningful way that like changes your life, like that,
and like create conditions
yeah.
where you're constantly like stepping in shit. Yeah,
yeah, and they think that it like amplifies the content for them. You know what I mean? It's weird. You know, it is what it is. I hate that shit though.
Yeah, no, it seems like, I don't know. Yeah, it seems like the biggest trade-off for that. Like the upside is so fucking big, but yeah, there's so much, unless, you know, you have a very clear view of everything around you, there's so much potential just, you know, completely upend your life.
Yeah. It happens. It is what it is, you know? There, at this point, if you're big in any aspect of the internet, in any part of the internet, you're going to have a bunch of people who are just like mentally incredibly unwell that will just either make up rumors about you or speculate associations with the CIA. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
TrueAnon's been getting that recently a lot.
Yeah. I mean, like that.
Because
like,
it's true.
I mean, that's a given. Like that's like that's like a given for any type of like public online life. But with like YouTube specifically, it takes on a much larger quality. You know what I mean? Compared to like podcasts, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because people consume the content and they identify with it. They develop stronger feelings.
Yeah.
Towards the content creators that they're watching. It's just parasocial.
No, it takes up like way more average viewer hours.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I'm gonna end it here. It's been almost 9 hours. I'll be back tomorrow, everybody. And thank you so much,
Thank
Felix.
you everyone for having me.
Felix, everyone has been begging you to come back, so I'm glad you finally took time out of your busy schedule, making 2 podcasts a week.
Well, the rate's been lower. I took a break last week.
That's true.
But I'll be back sooner than the gap between this one and the last one.
All right, good.
After Canada, I'll be back.
Is there anything you want to plug?
Check out Patreon, patreon.com/Chapo Trap House. There is the Hell on Earth series that everyone is raved about.
You guys are killing it.
So I don't know how the fuck this is happening, but like we have more subscribers than we ever had in this very off year. I really think it's Hell on Earth more than anything. But if you enjoyed Hell on Earth and the deep dive aspect of it, I am right now writing something on a very different topic, but still a historical, political topic. You'll see. And it's a very exciting collaboration. I think people will really enjoy it.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks again for coming on.
My pleasure.
And everybody, I will see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.